Welcome to this Ansys How-To series video for Granta EduPack. In this video, we'll be focused on creating charts using the software. These charts can be used for visualization of material properties for both deeper conceptual understanding and as an integral step in material selection. 3 types of charts can be created using Granta EduPack: bar charts, bubble charts, and tables. Bar and bubble charts are created using properties that have a numerical range or continuous values. Tables are created using properties that have distinct or discrete values. For this video tutorial, we will use the introductory Level 1 database. To create a chart in Granta EduPack, start by clicking on the Chart Select function found in the main toolbar. This will open a selection project panel on the left-hand side, which has 3 sections: Selection Data, Selection Stages, and Results. In Selection Data, select the relevant dataset of interest from the drop-down menu. For this example, we want to consider all materials. Next, in Selection Stages, we have the option to create a chart, set a limit, or filter using a tree stage. For this tutorial, we will focus on the Chart feature. By clicking on Chart Index, a pop-up window will appear. Attributes for plotting on both the X and Y axis are chosen here. The first chart we will create is a bar chart. Bar charts are plotted on only one axis and require attributes with continuous or ranged values. For this example, let's create a bar chart with yield strength along the Y axis. From the Category drop-down menu, select the property type of interest. For this example, we want mechanical properties. Then, from the Attribute drop-down menu, select Yield Strength. Note that the axis settings are only populated once an attribute has been selected. We will use the default logarithmic and autoscale settings for this plot. Click OK to generate the chart. We've just created a bar chart of yield strength. Automatically, the bars are ordered from highest to lowest yield strength, while the length of each bar represents the range for that specific material. We can determine which material has the highest and lowest yield strength by clicking and dragging the material label from the bar. We can see here that low alloy steel has the highest yield strength, while flexible polymer foam has the lowest. Next, we will plot a bubble chart. Bubble charts are plotted using both axes and require 2 attributes that have continuous or ranged values. To do this, we will create a new chart by clicking on Chart/Index in the Selection Stages panel on the left-hand side. For this example, let's choose Young's modulus for the y-axis. And by switching axes through the tabs at the top of the pop-up window, choose density for the x-axis. Once again, we will use the default axis settings and click OK to generate the chart. We've just plotted Young's modulus versus density. Notice that the bars have turned into bubbles, showcasing the numerical ranges for both properties. In these type of plots, we can compare both single materials and material families with one another. To show the material family envelopes, click the Show Family Envelopes button found in the Chart toolbar below the chart title. Family envelopes can be labeled in the same way as individual materials, with a click and drag. Now we can determine which material in our dataset has the highest density: gold. To learn more about gold or any other material, simply double-click that material within the chart to open the material datasheet. Notice that this opens a new tab within the software, alongside previously created charts and the home page. As we scroll through the material datasheet, we can see the numerical ranges for attributes that we've already plotted, such as density and Young's modulus. As we scroll further, we can see other attributes of interest, such as if this material is a good thermal conductor or insulator, or a good electrical conductor or insulator. Notice that these attributes do not have numerical ranges, but instead are considered discrete variables. We can plot these discrete variables using a table. Click on Chart/Index in the left-hand Selection Stages project panel. For the y-axis, we will choose thermal conductor or insulator. For the x-axis, we will choose electrical conductor or insulator. Click OK to generate the table. We have now created a table comparing material records that fall into various categories relating to both thermal and electrical conductivity of materials. By double-clicking on a number within this table, a list of material records will pop up that fall into these two discrete categories. Individual material datasheets can be opened by clicking on a material within this list. Charts and tables created in Granta EduPack have many educational purposes. To export a chart, right-click on the chart and choose Copy. To paste, right-click in the relevant document and choose Paste Special. Select the option for Device Independent Bitmap for the highest quality image. Note that charts and tables created in Granta EduPack are for internal university assignments and educational reports only. For external reports and papers, Granta Selector is required. In this how-to video tutorial, we have covered how to create bar charts, bubble charts, and tables using Granta EduPack, as well as how to copy them to other programs for educational assignments. Links to tutorials on how to format and edit charts, as well as how to use the limit and tree stages to further narrow down material selection projects, can be found in the video description below. Links to additional resources for Granta EduPack and other Ansys software can also be found in the description. Be sure to check out our channel for more Ansys learning videos, and thank you for watching.